This is a mass quiz. If 20 people can do a job for 45 days, how long can the job be done by 30 people? Number 2, the cube root of 125. Number 3, 49 times 11, 37 times 5. So I'm going to solve this mathematics and you will see by yourself how it goes. Number 1, if 20 people can do a job for 45 days, how long can the job be done by 30 people? 20 people, job for 45 days. One person we do the job for 20 times 45 days. Thirty people we do the job for 20 times 45 divided by 30. When you cancel this, you have 90 all over 3, which is equals to 30 days. So what it means is that 20 people, what it means is that 30 people we do the job for 30 days. That is the answer. That means if 20 people can do a job for 45 days, then one person will do the job for 20 times 45, which means 900 days. Only one person. But 20 people can do the job for 45 days. But if it's only one person, that means you have to do the job for 900 days, because it's 20 people times 45 days, which is 900. So if 30 people want to do the job, it will no longer be 900, it will not be shared by 30 people. That means that job that is supposed to be done by 900 for only one person will now be done for 30 days by 30 people. So that is how to calculate it. So when you see a equation like this is how to calculate it. First of all, how many people and how many days. If they say 20 people for 45 days, what it means is that 20 people can do the job for 45 days. So if 20 people can do the job for 45 days, how long can one person do the job? If they say one person, that means it should be 20 times 45 for only one person. If they say two people, that means two people will be 20 times 45, which is divided by 2 people. So instead of 900 days, it will now be 20 times 45 divided by 2, which means 2 people will now do the job for 450 days, because when you divide that 20 times 45 by 2, you now get 900 over 2 to 450 days, which means that's 2 people. But if 20 people have to do the job, it should be 45 days. If it is one person, it will be 20 times 45. Then if it is 30 people that want to do the job, then that means instead of 900 days, 30 people want to do the job, it will now be 20 times 45 divided by 30. And when you do the mathematics, you get 90 over 3, which is equal to 30 days. That is the answer. Then number 2. Okay, it says the cube root of 125. So how do you calculate this cube root? There are different ways to calculate cube roots. Not all figures you can calculate like this. There are some that are difficult to calculate, but this one is easy. You can just calculate it. So when they say cube root of 125, that is cube root. So what it means is, how many figures can you multiply 3 times same figure that can give you 125? Which means if you are multiplying 1, it should be 1 times 1 times 1. If you are multiplying 2, it should be 2 times 2 times 2. If you are multiplying 3, it should be 3 times 3 times 3. If you are multiplying 4, it should be 4 times 4 times 4. If you multiply 5, it should be 5 times 5 times 5. Up to 9. If it is up to 9, that is 6 times 6 times 6, 7 times 7 times 7, 8 times 8 times 8, 9 times 9 times 9. So that is the meaning of cube, which means you have to calculate it 3 times. Now this is 125. So the easiest way to do this mathematics without stressing yourself is this. This is 125, which is equal to 1 plus 2 plus 5, which is equal to 8. Now you are asked to get the cube root. The cube root of 8. Cube root means 3. That is 3 times. So what do? You minus this 3 from the 8. Is cube root, which is equal to 5. So the answer is 5. So the cube root of 125 is equal to 5. As I said, not all figures you can calculate like this to get your answer, but this one is easy. That's why I just put it for everyone to answer, to understand. So the cube root of 125 is equal to 5. Because how do you calculate this? There are 3 numbers here, 1, 2, 5. So it's 1 plus 2 plus 5. That is 8. So now that is cube root. So you have to subtract that cube root from the total figures, and you got 5. So if you add this 5 3 times, you are going to get 125. Okay, let's do it. 5 times 5 times 5 is equals to 125. 5 times 5 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. So we are correct. Then I now go to number 3. Number 3. If you are asked to calculate 49 times 11, you don't need to start cracking your brain too much, because if you start cracking your brain, you might get confused. So this is a simple logic. So 49 times 11 is equal to 2 numbers, 4 and 9. So 4 and 9 is like this. So to get your answer, add 4 here, add 9 here. So when you add all together, this is 9, this is 3, and this is 5. 9 plus 4 is 13. You carry the 1 and add to this 4, you have 5. So the answer is 539. That is the answer. So instead of you to crack your brain and start, 49 times 11, what do I do? You start cracking. No, you just make it 49 and just give a gap. Just add the other, make it the other 49, then you plus together, you have 539. That's the answer. Then the other one that says 37 times 5. So how do you calculate this? You might think, you start calculating. So this is not a difficult problem. 5 is equal, this is the same thing like 37 times 10 all over 2. 10 over 2 is 5. 37 times 10 over 2, which is equals to 370 divided by 2. So when you have this kind of number like this, it's easy to calculate than when it is 37 times 5. When it is times, you start cracking your brain. Now I've not breaking it down. So when you divide 2 by 370, what are you going to get? 3 divided by 2, you have 1. Then you have 1 left. 2 divided by 2, you add that 1 into the 17, it becomes 8. That is 16. So you have 1, add it to that 10. So when you divide 10 by 2, you have 5. So the answer is 185. So 37 times 5 is equals to 185. That is how to calculate it. So let's take a review to check. As I said from the beginning, if 20 people can do a job in 45 days, one person will do the job in 20 times 45 days. 30 people will do the job in 20 times 45 divided by 30, because it's 30 people doing the job. So when you divide it, you are going to have 19 over 3, which is 30 days. So what it means is that 30 people will do the job for 30 days. 20 people will do the job for 45 days. One person will do the job for 90 days, because 20 days, 20 people times 45 is 90. That is one person. If only one person will do the job for 900 days. 900 days. 20 people will do the job for 45 days. 30 people will do the job for 30 days. So all together is about 900 now. So what I mean, 20, 45, 900, and so. But 30 people will do the job for 30 days. That is the answer. Then the other one, as I said, cube root of 125. You don't need to crack your brain too much. Just add all the figures here and subtract from the cube, which is what I did. 1 plus 2 plus 5, which is 8. And when you subtract the cube from the 8, you have 5, and that is your answer. Then the third one, when they say 49 times 11, instead of you to start to crack your brain and make mistake, it's very easy. Just do it like this: 49, and give a gap like this. You can even do it here. You can even put 9 here and 4 here, or put it is whichever way. You can put 9 here and 4 at the front, or put it at the back. It doesn't matter, whichever way. When you add together, you are going to have your answer 539. Then the last one, 37 times 5. Instead of you to say 3 times 5, 15, this is start to carry over. No, just do it this way: 37 times 10 over 2. 10 over 2 is 5. So when you do that, 37 times 10 is 370 divided by 2. So how do you divide 370 by 2? So if you want to divide it one by one, it's okay. If you want to divide it, make it twice, it's okay. But let's do it one by one. 3 divided by 2, you have 1. That is 2 times, let's assume this is 2, but it's 3 now. So if it's 2 is 1, but this is 3. So when you take 1, it's still remaining 1 there, because 2 times 1 is 2. So you take 2 here and remaining 1. So that one, you add it in front of the 17. It becomes 17. 17 divided by 2 is 16, because it's not to, it's 17 here. So it's 8. That is 16 remaining 1. So that one, you put it on the front of this 0, it becomes 5. So 37 times 5 is equal to 185. This is the answer. Thank you very much for listening. Maybe with time I will continue to give you more mathematics quiz. Thank you very much for listening, and have a nice day. Thank you. Please share this mathematics, because sometimes there are so many people that say, oh, I don't like mathematics, it's so difficult, I just hate mathematics, those kind of things. But it doesn't matter. At least as you are watching it, you are learning. Life is a learning process. As you are watching, you are learning. So thank you. Share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much for listening, and have a nice day. Bye bye.